Hello, it's the old man singing again, and this is part two of the new outboard. Um, this is because I, I managed to turn off part one without knowing it, and don't know how to splice the two together, which is why I'm not a huge YouTube channel. Anyway, this is it. This is the RemigoOne electric outboard, and I have actually tried it, which is how I came to mess up the original video. But let's mock it up again. I charged it yesterday. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, we get a lot of that. I'm in Linton Bay in Panama, and we get a lot of that sort of thing. Anyway, to continue, um, I charged this thing yesterday from my folding 400-watt solar panel, and it charged from 20% to 90% in 6 hours. And it was not a particularly sunny day, as you can see. I mean, it was like this. It was, I think, what they call sunny spells. I mean, you get strong sun when you get it, but the rest of the time it's cloud. So on a good sunny day, I think that would charge it 4 hours. And apparently, you can run it at the same time as charging it. So my plan, as I think I may have mentioned, is to put a bracket on Sansara's stern and motor through those great big ocean calms which last for days. So here is the kill switch, this little magnetic thing. This should be attached to my ankle or my wrist so that if I fall over the side, the engine stops. But that is a safety feature, and for somebody who doesn't actually wear a safety harness, there's not much point wearing a kill cord. So I shall live to regret it, I know. So we pop this on here, and it just snaps on there. And now the thing is checking itself, booting up, and telling us we've got 70% charge. This is because I've been running around all morning. So this is not actually a very good test because I'm absolutely terrified myself first off. So what I do now is I press a little button and it starts running. And I've got 10 steps, and I've discovered that half, that is half, that's half speed, and that is plenty. It's pushing me along. If I want to go full speed, it's a bit alarming because I suddenly step up to 4.5 knots. 70% will give me about 4 knots. But in a dinghy, you don't really need to go more than 3.5 knots. And running it at half power, of course, is going to conserve the batteries. And I believe these batteries will last for hours. I can go for miles and miles with this thing. So, just to show you what happens, and I've got to hold on to the tiller while I do this because it gives a hell of a kick. Here we go. Whoa! Whoa! Bloody hell. This is... Oh, wait a minute, we gotta go around the shallows here. But look at that. I mean, that's a good 4.5 knots, probably more, 4.6, something like that. Now I've got to, I mean, the simplest thing to do is just to pull the kill cord, because trying to hold the camera and press the buttons and hold the tiller straight, it's just not possible. So it's got some oomph, I think you could say. So I'm just going to go pop that back on there, and we will do. Oh, it hasn't checked itself yet. Yeah, it's doing that now. There we go. So that's 2. and five is plenty. I don't think I want to go more than 5. Maybe 6 if I'm in a hurry. So, so far, apart from terrifying myself, it's great. I should say that they do offer as an extra a remote control which goes on the end of the tiller, and then you can control the speed at the same time as steering, which is, I think, going to be a very good thing. I'm not quite sure why they don't have the control on the tiller. I can only assume that because the whole thing is contained, all the electrics, all the controls are contained in the unit itself, which is totally waterproof. I presume that is the reason. In which case it's a good reason. But a remote control on the end of the tiller is a definite yes please. And in particular, because once I've got this thing on a bracket on the transom, if I'm maneuvering into a marina or something with the electric outboard on the in the big boat, I'm not going to want to reach down over the stern to press those little buttons. I want to have the remote control in the cockpit with me. So that will be great. So I've got to order that now from Europe. So it doesn't come from their American office yet. But so far, yes, so far so good, apart from scaring the daylights out of me. Okay. Do it. There'll be more. I shall write at length on the blog, oldmansailing.com. Do have a look.